Shut up and sit down.
Hello, welcome to Patenting Today, where we're going to look at influential inventors. And today we're starting with Elon Musk. The way we're investigating them is thinking through their first and latest patent. And we're going to start with the first. It takes us back to 1996. I want to remind you about this year to put his patent in context. For example, Apple stock was less than $18 a share for the first time. MySpace got introduced as an evolution of Friendster. Expedia was launched by Microsoft. And while they weren't incorporated yet, Google technically started, and so did Craigslist. 96 was the first time more email got sent than physical mail. This is the very beginning of the internet as we know it today. So what was Elon Musk patenting? Introducing interactive network directory service with integrated maps and directions. This patent was filed while he was working at Zip2, an interesting nugget of Elon's history if you hadn't looked into it yet. So the idea behind this patent and the company in general is a network accessible service. It integrates a business directory and a map database. So the idea that you could search for a business and be able to get directions there. And all of this is accessible through the internet, which was a totally new idea at the time. No one was investing in this. They thought it was a fad. That's crazy to look back on, isn't it? Anyway, in this system, you see basically the business model where all of these databases are coming together. They're partnered with businesses, and all of these new affordances are available as a result, where this database is searchable. You can get details on the listing, a map there, facts the company, and the list goes on. Here's the reduction to practice, and I really like how they laid this out. On the left server side, you can see that they have received the request from the user. They're going to perform the search on the directory and give those results to the end user, who can then request directions that show up on the computer screen. And yes, this was novel, you guys. Can you believe it? And this is what it could look like in the UI. It's essentially an evolution of the Yellow Pages. Needless to say, digging this up made me pretty happy. Go Elon, go Elon. Now we're gonna look at the latest. And so that brings us to 2020. Introducing autonomous and user-controlled vehicle summon to a target. If you've watched my video on the top 3 Waymo patents, you'll clearly see that the future of driverless cars is in a little bit of that taxi-like situation. Although being patented by Tesla, this is maybe in the context of summoning your own vehicle. Elon Musk and his peers recognize that although vehicles are capable of being remotely operated, these are typically on single straight line paths. There's a lack of intelligence navigating a vehicle along its own path, and that's what this invention addresses. So in the claims, they talk about this system that receives the identification of the geographic location associated with the target specified by the user, then utilizing a machine learning model to generate this representation, or at least a portion of the environment surrounding the vehicle, using sensor data from the vehicle. It calculates at least a portion of the path to the target location, and then it's going to initiate a command to navigate the vehicle there. So this really gives you a sense of who Elon Musk is. From the very beginning of his inventorship, he's trying to bring things together. He's trying to get people places. It's kind of cheesy, but I like it. So that's it. Give me a like, subscribe, and let me know if there are any other inventors you want me to look at.